Welcome back to Crochet by Landry, everybody. So in this video, we are going to make a garland with a Christmas light bulb on it that you can hang on your tree this year, like so. So let's grab our Lily Sugar and Cream yarn, our pattern off of yarnspirations.com if you want to follow along with me. I'll put the link down below, and let's make some wonderful Christmas light bulbs for our Christmas tree this year because that's the holiday season. So let's get started. Okay, everybody, let's get started making our light bulbs for our garland for our Christmas tree. The supplies you're going to need are some stuffing to stuff your light bulbs, scissors, a yarn needle for sewing in ends, some ribbon to hang your ornaments, a size 4mm hook, and the colors I'm going to be using today are white and hot green. And if you want to follow along with me, you can get the pattern off of yarnspirations.com. And I'll put the link down below. And once you've got all your supplies together, let's get started making some Christmas bulbs. Okay, let's get started making our lights for our garland. So we're going to start with a slip knot and chain 2 to begin. So 1 and 2. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put 3 single crochets in the second chain from your hook. And that's going to be our very first row. So 1 and 2 and 3. And then for row 2, you're going to chain 1, turn. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to put 1 single crochet in each stitch across, still staying at 3 single crochets. That's 2 and 3. Now your third one, it's going to look like it's drooping here, so you may need to do a bit of a wiggle to get your hook in there, or use your nail to push your hook through. There you go. It'll get easier as you go forward. There. Now chain 1 again, turn. For row 3, you're going to put 2 single crochets in the first stitch. Trying not to let your hook slip out. Okay, and then 1 in the next. Okay, and then 2 in the last one. Going from 3 to 5. Okay, and you should have 5 stitches at the end of this row. Now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1 and turn, and then we're just going to put 1 single crochet in each stitch across for row 4, staying at 5 stitches. 3, 4, and 5. And then you're going to chain 1 and turn. And for rows 5, you're going to put 2 single crochets in the first stitch. 1 and 2, and then 1 in each of the next, 1 of each in the next 3, 2 and 3. And then 2 in the last one. 1 and 2. Okay? So now you should have 9 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, oh, sorry, we're at 7. So for row 6, chain 1, turn, 1 in each stitch across. Still staying at 7 stitches. Okay, then chain 1 and turn. For row 7, you're going to repeat row 5. So 2 stitches, 2 single crochets in the first stitch, Then you're just going to do single crochet one in each all the way across to the last one. Okay, and then in the last stitch, you're going to put 2 single crochets. Okay, that's our light bulb so far. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain one again, turn our work. Now from rows 8 to 10, you're just going to put 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way across. So just from rows 8 to 10, 1 stitch in each. And once you've done 8, 9, and 10, I will meet up with you at the end of row 10, and we will move on to the final rows together. Okay, I just finished row 10. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start decreasing just to make it look more like a Christmas light. So you're going to chain 1, turn your work. For row 11, you're going to single crochet 2 together, which means you're going to put 2 stitches and make it 1 stitch. So put your first in with the first hook, pull up a loop, put it in the second stitch, pull up a loop, so you have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Then what you're going to do is single crochet all the way to the end, leaving the last 2 stitches. So just go right to the end and then leave the last 2 stitches and do that single crochet 2 together again. Okay, and then chain 1. And our last and final row, we're going to do that last row again. So single crochet the first 2 stitches together, then single crochet 1 in each stitch across, leaving the last 2 stitches, and then single crochet 2 together. There we go. Now you should have 5 stitches remaining. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches. And that is the last and final row of our bulb. So now what you want to do is fasten off and trim your yarn. Now leave a tail for sewing, because you are going to need one for sewing. Okay, pull your tail through. Okay, and what you want to do now is make a second one. Once you've made a second one, I will show you how to put them together. Okay, so this is what it should look like when you've made 2. You want to weave in all your ends except your long tail. So now let's begin sewing our project together. So I'm just going to put my yarn needle on my yarn to get myself ahead of the game. Then I'm going to take the 2 wrong sides, whatever side you decided to sew the ends in, just put them together. And we're going to start at this top corner, and we're going to work our way around until we reach the top side, the other side. So I'm just going to put my yarn needle through the side here, anywhere is fine. And then I'm just going to whip stitch it, go in from one side, go through both pieces, and pull the yarn through. And you're just going to do this along the sides. Don't space them out too far, because if you do that, you're going to have holes. So just close as you can, but not too close. Oops. Okay, and you're just going to do this all the way around until you reach the other side, because we are going to stuff this, and that way we can hang it. Okay, so just keep going. Once you reach the other side, which is the other corner opposite from where you started, I will meet you there and we will stuff and finish off our light bulb together. So I just stuffed my little piece here, and now we're going to get ready to close off the top. So you're going to start with your white yarn and make a slip knot, and you're going to join with a slip stitch to the top here, but you're going to put it through both pieces because we're trying to close the hole. So do a slip stitch and join your pieces, and chain 1 to begin. And this white tail, the extra tail, you can probably just stuff that inside your project so that way you don't have to sew it in later. Now what you're going to do is what's called as a long single crochet. So what we're going to do is we're going to count down 2 rows on our green here. So 1, 2, and then what you're going to do is you're going to put a single crochet in the stitch down here. So you're just going to go in, go through both pieces, and you're going to just do a single crochet like you would, except it's going to be a long one. Okay, just like that. And then you should see it on both sides. Okay, and now what you're going to do is you're going to do a single crochet in the next stitch, going through both pieces. Just a regular single crochet, nothing fancy. And then you're going to do that long single crochet again. So again, count down 2 rows, 1, 2, go in through both pieces. Okay, and then do just a single crochet like you normally would. And then you're going to single crochet in the next stitch. Okay, and then you're going to do that long single crochet one more time. 1, 2, and then in here, out the other side, and finish it off like that. Okay, so for row 2, you should still have 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for row 2, you're going to chain 1, turn, okay, and then you're going to just put 1 in each stitch. Okay, so just 5 single crochets all the way across. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then chain 1, turn, and what you're going to do is you're going to do for the 3rd row, you're going to single crochet the first 2 stitches together. So you're going to do a single crochet 2 together stitch, 1 in the next one, and then single crochet 2 together again, just like that. And you should be left with 3 stitches. And what you're going to do now is fasten off, trim your yarn. Okay, there you go. And then weave in your end. Just weave in your tail here. Anywhere really. There we go. And then just trim it. And there's your light bulb. Okay, so let's finish this so we can hang it. So I just found a piece of blue ribbon here. Nothing fancy. Use any color you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it through my needle, and I'm going to put it through in the middle here, through the stitch, the middle stitch on your light bulb, and then just bring it up and then just tie it in place. And then if you want to actually make it smaller so it's not so long, that's fine too, like that. So you are going to hang it either on your tree or on a garland or something. There we go. And it's ready to be hung. Now if you want to, you can trim your ends so they're shorter, so it's not so out there. There we go. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a cord so you can hang all your lights together. So what you want to do is grab your main color, which is your white or whatever color you're using for the top of your bulbs. You're going to start with a slip knot. And what you're going to do now is you're going to chain 110. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you're just going to keep going until you reach 110. And once you reach 110, I will see you there. This is what your chain should look like if you have 110. And all you're going to do now is, in the second chain from the hook, all you're going to do is just make a slip stitch. And all you're going to do is just slip stitch in each stitch all the way back till you reach. And that's it for today, everybody. We made a wonderful Christmas light bulb to go on our Christmas tree this year. You can make them in all sorts of colors: red, yellow, orange, blue, purple, you name it. So don't forget to subscribe down below, hit that like button and the notification bell, and I will see you for more Christmas videos next week.